hype is so real in the figure collecting community. So whenever people say best figure ever created, I have a little bit of grain of salt, if you know what I mean. This set, the Dark Knight Returns Mezco 12th scale figure. I hear that all the time, people saying it's the greatest figure ever, and I might have to believe them, because I've seen pictures, and never judge a book by the pictures in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open, just look at this box. This retails for about $70 or $80, and it looks like it's like a cheap Hot Toys or something, a cheap sideshow, because it's smaller than a 6th scale figure, but it looks just like it with the nice detailed box and all that jazz. So let me just take off the slip cover and reveal the lightning. That is the Mezco Batman Dark Knight Returns. And I'll be honest with all of you sitting at home watching this, I am not the biggest fan of the Dark Knight Returns. I personally feel that Frank Miller is a little bit overrated. You know, gets a little too much credit. I think that he did a good job with some of his older books. I never enjoyed The Dark Knight Returns. So this is, as I said, really well packaged, really beautiful, and let's check him out and see what he comes with. Hands with claws, hands, angry face, a claw, and an extra foot with a holster for his gun. His base is awesome. It's blatantly Batman. And it's so cool. Now I'm gonna start off and say it right off the bat. This could possibly be the best Batman action figure ever, and maybe even possibly one of the best action figures ever. Because I was just playing around with it a little before busting out the review, and I will say that this thing moves so well. I couldn't imagine it moving as well as it does with the fabric on it, but it moves beautifully. It really captures the Dark Knight Returns aesthetic, and it's just a pleasure to have. I'm not really worried that, like I am with like Hot Toys, that it's gonna break or something, because this is made to be posed. The body underneath, I'd love to see a picture of it. It really feels strong and durable, and just the quality of everything is just so fantastic. I'm kind of surprised that the price it retails for is that, because $80 for this seems like a steal. And I know what you're thinking, $80, a steal for just a little figure. If you have this in your hand, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try to switch out the head. I'm not really sure how. Oh, it just pops off, and then you can also, I think, no, you can't remove the cape. You got his other head on there, a little less jagged teeth, an older Batman, a nicer looking Batman. Because look at the detail in this head. That detail is amazing. 6th scale quality, but for a 12th scale. Now I'm gonna see how you switch out his hands. Oh, it just pops right off. Put in his other hand. Is that easy? One thing to be careful about is maybe bring the cape back while you do it, so you don't get it caught on one of those and have something unfortunate happen. And also watch out when you're doing that with your finger. You don't want to hurt yourself. So you switch that hand. Now let's switch the boot. Just pops right out. It's super easy, popping in and popping out of the boot. Way easier than I thought. I do just want to point out the detail on the gun, because I think this is not included in the preview, but as you can see, it's awesome. He also comes with this cool thing you can put on his cape, some wires, so you can have him like flying and whatnot. I'm not going to use that right now, but I know it works, and I know it's awesome. And so far, this is a really quick review, pretty much saying, if you find this, if you like Batman, pick it up. This is amazing. I don't even really need to get into this review, make it in depth, because if you're seeing what I'm seeing, you know that this thing is amazing, and it comes with so much. And I also ordered the previews version, and I'm sure that one will be a bit more in depth than this one. But right now, this is really difficult to find at a good price. So I'd recommend you pick up the preview version and catch me next time as I do the preview version and go a bit in depth, because this was more just freaking out about how awesome it is. Awesome.